Good evening, I'm Chris Raggi.
And I'm Christine Johnson. Welcome back to the broadcast. A damning new report slamming conditions in city homeless shelters as Mayor de Blasio scurrying to announce a plan to fix them. The report documents why the homeless prefer sleeping on the street, even in frigid temperatures. CBS 2's political reporter Marcia Kramer has more.
It was a bone-chilling 26 degrees. New Yorkers on the way to work forced to walk around this homeless man who turned Broadway into his own personal cot.
I'm horrified. I've made no secret of it.
City Comptroller Scott Stringer now has the facts and figures to prove the homeless are telling the truth when they boycott city shelters because they're dirty and unsafe.
Shelters are like prison. You live in a shelter, you live with criminals, crazy people, people that don't want to wash.
Comptroller Stringer found that city shelters are rife with life-threatening violations. A whopping 18,704 housing and building code violations, serious hazards, rats, peeling lead paint, broken smoke detectors. 90% of family shelters and apartments for homeless families have at least one serious violation.
23,000 children tonight will sleep in these disgusting, rat-infested shelters. In the city of New York, the greatest city, the city with the greatest economic power.
Published reports also document shelter violence. There were 783 attacks on staff and residents in fiscal 2015.
A homeless person not willing to go into a shelter is a sign of sanity because they're so dirty and dangerous. It is unacceptable. It has to change. If those shelters are as dirty and dangerous as they are, you will never get people off the streets.
Mayor de Blasio responded to Stringer's findings by announcing a new program to fix violations.
I've been clear that our shelters should be safe, should be clean for anyone who's homeless. We know that not just for years, but for decades, that has not been the case.
The mayor is also allocating $2 million for a new complaint hotline for shelter residents. Homeless expert Robert Mascali says, so what?
Another hotline? I don't think so. They have 311. I'd rather see the $2 million spent on increased security and increased maintenance.
Well, homeless expert Robert Mascali says the mayor should make some surprise visits to shelters to see the conditions for himself. Meanwhile, Governor Cuomo plans to unveil his solutions for the city's homeless next week in Albany. Christine.
Thank you, Marcia.
All right, tonight.